Your competitors are scared of you. The Morgan AI-powered Life, the king of closings. This Wednesday at 1 p.m. PST.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Sarah Wolak. loanDepot's been struggling to find a way back to profitability, including a fight between its founder and board of directors. As the fight continues, so does loanDepot struggles, as the company posted its third straight loss. loanDepot reported a $158 million loss in the fourth quarter, and that means loanDepot lost a total of $610 million for the year. The loss comes roughly a month after it voted to oust founder Anthony Hsieh as executive chairman. He is still chairman of the board. The losses also come despite cuts in other efforts to rebalance. The company announced its Vision 2025 in July, a plan that included leaving wholesale and focusing on underserved borrowers. To make matters worse, loanDepot said during Wednesday's earnings call that they expect lower volume than many industry forecasts. So when will the bleeding stop? An analyst asked CEO Frank Martell if loanDepot can get back to breaking even this year. This is what he had to say.
And, I don't think we have a certain answer. I don't think anybody does, but I think we're taking, as you pointed out, we're taking the right actions.
Meanwhile, other companies continue to adapt their plans as they try to survive the current market. Impact Mortgage Holdings is ending its third-party origination channel as it shifts to a broker model. It's also giving up its seller services designation with the government-sponsored enterprises. Impact says this will let the company reduce its staffing, and that will result in lower-cost loans for the consumers. The announcement comes after Impact renegotiated its commercial lease and lowered its office space by 85%. Impact says its broker channel will offer more loan products. In particular, the company expects non-qualified mortgages will continue to be a major product for it. Meanwhile, Homebridge Financial Services CEO Peter Norden says he's going with his retail division to CMG Financial. He tells us in an exclusive interview that he had no intention of selling the company, but agreed to sell his retail division to friend Christopher George, CMG's CEO. Well, Norden says that, when push came to shove, it made sense to me. Norden says he felt CMG Financial was just a perfect fit. And he's joining CMG as an executive advisor as part of the deal. CMG also bought Homebridge's servicing rights. Coming up, some companies are hoping they can attract customers by winning the race to the one-day mortgage.
I don't have to be babysitting my loans. I don't have to be checking on everything. I get to spend more time with my family at the same time as I'm closing more loans. Join Sunwest Mortgage, and you're going to see that for yourself. It's the best experience ever, honestly.
Break free of the matrix of manual loan processing and underwriting. Use Morgan now.
Welcome back. We all love a good race, whether it's the 100-meter sprint in the Olympics or the next innovation that makes business faster. In the mortgage industry, borrowers would certainly like to get their loans faster. But can we ever get to a one-day mortgage? Our own Mike Savino takes a look.
That customer expectation has definitely only grown over the last 20 years.
Customers expect everything in an instant. Delivery 2 days after I order it online? Done. Your smartphone's not fast enough? It just got faster. Getting a mortgage in just one day?
It absolutely is attainable, because what it requires is really good coordination.
Companies are now racing to give borrowers faster responses. Sunwest promises to have a commitment letter the next business day, and now Better's promoting its own one-day letter. And Better thinks the one-day closing is at least possible.
I think to really unlock a one-day closing, it requires a company that is truly invested and motivated and curious to solve that question.
But Sunwest CEO Pavan Agarwal warns that chasing speed isn't necessarily better for all borrowers. Right now, it's the easy applications that are producing one-day committals, while borrowers with more complicated loans still have to wait.
Right. So fair lending isn't just about, did you charge one one group more than another group, or did you approve one group more than the other group? But fair lending is really about, did you give equal service across the spectrum?
Better's Nicholas Taylor compares the rollout of Next Day Mortgage to Amazon's 2-day delivery. It starts with the easiest tasks as the company figures out how to offer the service more broadly.
We're taking it upon ourselves to figure out how to combine tech ops and our platform to provide that service for all types of borrowers.
You can read more about this race to the 1-day mortgage in this month's issue of NMP Magazine, available now at nmpmag.com. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Mike Savino.
Thanks, Mike. And finally, the FHA is making a huge change for owners struggling to pay their mortgages, giving some of them 10 more years. The agency announced Wednesday that it will increase the maximum term from 30 to 40 years. But for now, the change only applies to loan modifications and not to new mortgages. Still, the FHA says that this new lifeline for struggling homeowners fits with HUD's mission of fostering homeownership by assisting more borrowers with retaining their homes after a default episode. The change will go into place on May 8th and matches changes already made by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today.
Join us at Mortgage Star, where women come together to celebrate and raise each other up while creating connections that will last a lifetime. Attend Mortgage Star in New Orleans on July 12th and stay an extra day to join us at the Ultimate Mortgage Expo.
Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today. The fallout from FTX's collapse has taken down Silvergate Capital, the parent of Silvergate Bank. A major cryptocurrency lender, Silvergate shut down its wholesale mortgage division and laid off 40% of its staff in January. But it wasn't enough to right the ship, as the company announced Wednesday that it's closing its doors. After crypto trader FTX collapsed last year, Silvergate Bank's deposits fell by $8.1 billion over the last 3 months of 2022. And the company in January reported a $1 billion loss for the fourth quarter. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.